Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. As you can see, I'm in my normal digs. I had some time off, well-deserved, well-needed time off to get my head straight and to be able to better serve you guys and to just be a good trader, right? We got to take time out for our minds and our bodies. Before we get started, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. If you're new, make sure you check all. And if you've been rolling with me for a while, hit the like button. Listen, today I want to shine a light on the sponsor of this video, which is Moo. Look at this, good people. I can't stress this enough. They are now paying 5.1 APR, 5.1 APR on your unused cash. So for those of you that don't have Moo, you just download it, right? You can get up to 16 free stock. Listen, just for a small deposit of $100, they're going to give you 5 free stock plus 1 of SoFi, all right? For 1,000, boom, there you go. Now, for those of you that have already downloaded Moo and you say, hey, I want 5.1%, that's way more than a high yield savings. Then all you have to do is deposit an extra $500 and or more and 5.1 APR, right? Make sure you read everything. Okay, let's get right into it. Look, what's happening today? We had yesterday's CPI consumer price report. What did it show? It showed us that inflation was cooling off. And in fact, Mr. Powell was right that inflation was transitory, though he poured fuel on the fire, okay? Made it worse. And he said it was transitory, but it's been a couple of years transitory. Transitory, good people, is just short-lived. Why don't they just say that, all right? Temporary. All right, but they got to make it, they got to complicate the stuff with these big words. All right, so then today we have what? PPI, Producers Price Index. Remember, what we consume, the rate of change in goods and services that we consume, CPI, and then PPI, the rate of change in producers, all right? So we have both that are showing that inflation is in fact cooling off. As a matter of fact, let's go to it. Take a minute and listen to this.
Who's at the CME in Chicago? Rick, the numbers, please.
Yes, on the PPI for the month of October, expecting up 0.1. Buckle up, down 0.5%, down 0.5%. That is a huge drop. You have to go way back to April of 2020 to find a smaller month-over-month change, and that one happened to be minus 1.2. And if we look at what is going on with regard to ex-food and energy, unchanged, also significantly lower than up 0.3. Ex-food, energy, and trade up 0.1, half of what we were expecting. Year-over-year numbers now. Final demand 1.3, a huge drop from 2.2. 1.3. That is the lowest level going back to July when it was 1.1. And if we look at 2.4, if you subtract food and energy, that's 0.3 less than we were looking for. You'd have to go back all the way to January of 2021 to find a lower number. And finally, ex-food, energy, and trade, 2.9. That is the only metric that's higher than we were expecting. We're expecting 2.8, and 2.8 was in the rearview mirror.
So there you have it. PPI had its biggest month-over-month drop in 3.5 years today. All right, so that was big, right? But the pre-markets were already green. They were already green in expectation of this. So it was already priced in after yesterday's CPI number, right? And for those of you that are new, these numbers come out every month and it reflects the prior month. So though it's November, we're getting this data. It talks about October's inflation. Okay, so let's look at what's going on. Look, here at the time of recording this, about 2 hours before the bell, before closing bell. We got the Dow up 185 points. S&P, as we could see, 15. And the NASDAQ is up 36 points, right? So, Larry, what is your reason for the title? Don't do it. Don't FOMO, right? Yes. Like I said, I personally believe that the stock market will close higher. I do. We were having good data after good data, good news after good news. Of course, there's, there's always something around the corner with the stock market. Always the unexpected. No one has a crystal ball. So what I'm going to ask you not to do is not to FOMO. See, a lot of new people wait until the good news happens and then they pile in, right? With zero risk. Now, I'm one that advocates managing your risk. But if you really truly want to be a good, smart investor, then you find a company you believe in and then you go in when it gets beat down. Okay? Now, you have to study and you have to know, don't just believe in a company because someone else shouts it out or you like the name or it's just popular, but learn how to go in and do your due diligence on the company. Learn how to go in and look at the fundamentals of the company. You will learn that in Stock Up You, right? So that's going to be the second link in this video. The first top link will be Moo, because I don't want you to miss this opportunity. It will be limited. Now, I'm going to say this even for those of you that are in the Patreon. A lot of people in the Patreon today are making money on Tesla, right? You're making money on Tesla. You're knocking a ball out of the park. And for those of you that are not in, you're making money on Tesla. You guys saw me. You guys know that I bought some Tesla at 195 actually. So it's 197, right? And if you would have just bought it just a few days ago, you would be up 23% on Tesla, right? So let's just look at today. So a lot of people had call options and boom, they're making a killing, especially this morning. They were making a killing on call options, okay? And for those of you that just had the stock, right? You're making good money. So look at that, right? Even right now, you're doing good for those that had the call options. But what I'm going to caution you on, whether you're in the Discord or not, is, and it doesn't matter what stock it is, listen, don't continue to repeat the same mistakes. And that is, now that you see nothing but green pastures, and you're looking at the stock market with rosy glasses now because we've had, 2 great days. Now, don't just start chasing or FOMOing. Someone asked, hey, is Larry still holding cash? Yes, I'm still holding cash, but I'm still making money. So you can hold cash and make money at the same time, right? And one size does not fit all. There's 1,000 opportunities every day. It depends on your trading skill level and how much dry powder or cash you have. Now, don't FOMO. For those of you that, listen, if you're going to work and you're making, I'm just using a hypothetical number. If you're making $250 a day on your job, but you are actively trading every day, all right? And I'm not talking about investing right now. If you're actively trading every day and you're making $100 a day, you're making $250 a day on your job. Some of you guys are making $500 a day. I'm just saying, some of you guys are making $100 a day. But if you're making $250 a day on your job and you're averaging $100 a day in the stock market, right? And you're doing that 5 days a week, right? And I'm just using this as an example. Then don't take all of your money because you see someone else making money. They're killing it with, Tesla options. And then you FOMO into a play and you buy it at the top because when they bought it, the price was cheap. The price of the options was cheap. And you're buying it high without even looking at the price. The rate of change, and then you lose. Okay, So the reason for me making this is don't do it. As a matter of fact, you have to think like a fireman. I talked to a fireman last week on an island. You have to think like a fireman. And a fireman does what? Runs towards the fire when everyone else is running away. But not just any company, good companies. Okay. So you guys saw me, back when Google was hot. Let me see if I can put that up. When Google got beat down, and it dropped. I just bought some. And as you could see, I'm up 10%. Now this Google, I've only been in this less than 2 months, right? I bought this less than 2 months ago. I bought this a month ago. You guys saw me when I was talking about it. But look, we're up 10%. Now, this is Google. It's not a high risk stock. It's Google. Google's not going anywhere, right? And it's not an option. I don't have to worry about time, decay, any of that. For those of you that are just doing options, you're missing out on getting into some good plays at good prices in this time frame. And I'm saying that it's a good price, and this is a swing for me because what I've been constantly saying now in this time frame that I believe that we could end the year higher. And if we don't, I'm ready for the risk. Now, you see ARKK, sorry. You see ARKK. I know a lot of people don't believe in ARKK. Oh, it's this and that. Well, you know what's in there? The same stuff that, Tesla and all of this kind of stuff is in ARK. It's an ETF. Now, you guys saw just a month ago, I was down 15%. And I just been DCAing like I've showed you guys. And what? Now I'm up 7.88%. But I have a decent piece of change in there, right? Let's see here. You see that? I'm sorry, good people. Look at that. So you can see I have a decent piece of change in there, right? But what's happening? And VOO. I was down in VOO, but I keep DCAing, right? VOO, the overall stock market, right? And so here's what I want to show you, right? This is why you have to take your time, slow and steady, and not being greedy. Let me pull up. Let's see here. Let's pull up. And I'm not trying to sell you guys ARKK, right? A lot of you guys are going, Kathy Woods is crazy. Well, I personally believe she will rise again. Okay. That's just me. I go against the grain. Now, as you can see for the day, we're up 3%, right? But let's just go out a month, right? And I was down here. This is when I start to not just DCA. You guys saw me buy big chunks when it was beat down. So I started buying big chunks in this range. Why? Because it was going down and I believed in it long term. If you go to year to date, it's still, it lost a lot, but it has gained a lot back, right? That's 1 year. I'm sorry. Year to date, ARK has come back 42% after taking a huge dump. Look at that. Look at this dump that ARK took. ARK, as you could see, was up to $160. Look at this dump, right? So I start to buy what? After the dump, because I believe in ARK. A lot of people don't like ARK because of Kathy Woods, right? But at least do yourself a favor and look and see what's in the fund, right? So I'm going to leave it right there. There's other stock that you can get into, right, and look into. So I have my, let's see what's in my portfolio. So my ARK is up, right? Amazon, I'm up 12%. Disney, I'm up on Disney, okay? I'm up, you know what? Let me just screenshot this. Now, I just want to show you guys this, and it is just showing that sometimes slow and steady actually is the way. Let me make sure I'm not being, let's see here. Okay, I want you guys to see this, right? All right, so now remember, this is only a portion of this is one of my smaller portfolios, the ones that I share. Let's just take a look. right? Because this will help somebody. How can I blow that up? There we go. All right. As you can see, Amazon up 12%. Disney beat down Disney. Everybody hates Disney. Up 17%, right? Palantir up 34, almost 35%. Tesla. And you guys, I told you guys the other day I bought $50,000 worth at 195, right? So I'm up more on that in my retirement portfolio. Apple up 5%. SCHD, which has been beat down. And what have I been doing? Just buying in. So I'm going to end by saying, yes, we're making a lot of money trading in the Discord and all of that. But while you're trading in the Discord, and while you guys are learning how to do these swing trades and everything, my daily investments into good, solid, long-term companies are way more than I put at risk doing options, okay? Right? And even swing trades. So for those of you that are just trading, I just want to tell you, you're not going to beat the odds. The odds are over a period of time, slow investing is going to win. It's going to win for 90% of us, all right? So look, I am going to leave it there, but I do want to follow up by saying, don't miss out on 5.1% APR. Make sure you download Moo. It's going to be the top link in the description below, okay? Just tap, if you're on your iPhone, just tap the title of this video. Get your 16 free stock. Hopefully this has been a help for some of you guys. Just pace yourself. Don't worry about how much anybody else is making. Don't take all of your winnings and put it at risk and then lose, okay? Let's just be slow and steady. Be thankful to be able to make money while you're at work. If you agree with me, leave me a comment. I would love to see it, all right? We'll see you guys with the guys tonight. Stock Mo's on Stock Mo's page. We got Stock Mo, Keenan Grace, myself, and I think we have another guest, Stocks with Josh, and I think there's another guest coming on. We will see you then, and then tomorrow I got a special guest I want to share with you guys that's going to shine a light on money-making opportunities, right? We'll see you then. Live, love, laugh, and learn.